Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa appear to be headed to Michigan. The couple's decision to travel to Michigan appears unexpected, given that they typically travel to California at this time of year. However, the two of them are traveling for a very good cause. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa helped their son in college. It appears that Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa are traveling to Ann Arbor, Michigan, to provide assistance for one of their children. The three offspring of the power couple are Joaquin, 21, Lola, 23, and Michael, 27. Michael works for Bravo in the entertainment industry and resides in New Jersey. Lola is pursuing her musical career while residing in London. Joaquin, their youngest child, attends the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor for his collegiate education. The 26th annual Mock Rock Benefit Show is another significant event he has planned. The Michigan wrestling team, of which Joaquin is a member, will hold a fundraising event on February 18. Kelly and Mark should be there, according to reports via WCCRZ Radio. The radio station stated that since this is Joaquin's senior year, this will be the final time that people will be able to support him by attending an event of this nature. The C.S. Mott Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor, Michigan, will profit from the show's earnings. Ripa Kelly and Consuelos Mark going to Los Angeles as well. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos will be in Michigan to attend their son's talent event. But they will also be in Los Angeles shortly. In order to host Live with Kelly and Mark's After Oscars party, they will go to California. Tickets to the After Oscars party are available for purchase. At 6 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Monday, March 3, this will happen. On Monday, March 3, 2025 at 6 o'clock a.m. PT, Live will broadcast a special Oscar-themed edition live from the Dolby Theater at Hollywood and Highland Center in Hollywood, California. Tickets are available here for anyone who wishes to attend. To take a shuttle to the Dolby Theater on the morning of the performance, attendees must arrive by 4 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Kelly and Mark will be backstage at the Academy Awards, chatting with the victors as soon as they return from their victory. These interviews will be shown the next morning. This year, Conan O'Brien will host the Oscars. The cameras had barely cooled from Friday's episode of Live with Kelly and Mark when whispers began swirling across social media. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, New York staples and icons of their long-running talk show, were spotted in Michigan. Not for a weekend getaway, not for a show taping, but because, as one local put it, they were following their son. The story seemed strange at first. Why would two of the busiest people in television uproot their carefully orchestrated routines just to shadow one of their grown children to the Midwest? But as it turned out, this wasn't a tabloid exaggeration. Kelly and Mark had indeed packed up, hopped a flight, and landed in Ann Arbor, all for their youngest son, Joaquin. And as Kelly later admitted with her trademark wit, when your kid goes to Michigan, you don't just drop him off, you move in next door. The college connection. Joaquin Antonio Consuelos, the youngest of Kelly and Mark's three children, made headlines back in 2021 when he announced he'd be attending the University of Michigan. A talented athlete, Joaquin joined the school's celebrated wrestling program. For Kelly and Mark, it was a moment of pride laced with bittersweetness, the baby of the family leaving the nest. Kelly had joked about it on Live at the time. We cried for 3 straight weeks. Then we cried because we realized our grocery bill went down. But behind the humor was something real. The Consuelos family had always been unusually close-knit. The idea of letting Joaquin go off on his own, hundreds of miles away, didn't sit easily with either parent. So when word spread that Kelly and Mark were not just visiting Michigan but spending an extended period there, fans weren't surprised. They were intrigued. The why behind the move. The reasons, as Kelly later explained during a candid Monday morning episode of Live, were layered. Look, it started as just a trip to check in, she told viewers. We wanted to see Joaquin wrestle, make sure he was eating something other than protein bars, maybe sneak some laundry detergent into his apartment. But then, She trailed off, smiling mischievously. Mark picked up the thread. Then we realized Ann Arbor is actually kind of amazing. Kelly nodded. It's true. The food, the energy, the people. Don't even get me started on the bookstores. Suddenly, I'm walking around thinking, why don't we live here full time? The audience laughed, but the truth was, Kelly and Mark weren't entirely joking. Wrestling mom, wrestling dad. Part of the draw, of course, was Joaquin's athletic career. The University of Michigan's wrestling program is no small commitment. Matches are grueling, travel is constant, and the physical toll is immense. For Kelly and Mark, watching their son push himself at such a high level ignited their own parental instincts. They're like the sideline mascots. One Michigan student chuckled in a TikTok video that went viral. Mark is pacing like a coach. Kelly is yelling encouragement like she's the team mom for everyone. It's hilarious and adorable at the same time. Kelly admitted as much on air. I can't help it. I'm that mom screaming, use your leverage, when I don't even know what leverage is. Mark chimed in. I know the moves though. So technically, I'm not yelling nonsense. The couple became such fixtures at matches that students began jokingly referring to them as the first family of Michigan wrestling. A taste of Midwest life. Beyond the wrestling mat, Michigan began to charm them in unexpected ways. Kelly, a lifelong New Yorker, confessed she'd been hesitant at first. I thought, what am I going to do in Michigan? But then I found myself loving the quiet mornings, the little coffee shops, the fact that people say hi to you without wanting something. It was shocking. Mark, ever the adventurer, took to it immediately. I went jogging one morning and ended up on a trail by the Huron River. I came back and said, Kelly, I think we should buy a canoe. That's when I knew Michigan had me. Their temporary stay stretched longer. Days became weeks. Soon, Kelly joked that their New York apartment felt like the weekend getaway, while Michigan became home base, the studio's dilemma. Of course, with the couple spending so much time in Ann Arbor, questions arose about the fate of live. Producers were quick to clarify. The show is not leaving New York. Kelly and Mark are not abandoning their roles. But rumors spread fast. Would they broadcast from Michigan? Could the Midwest become a second hub for the show? Kelly didn't help squash the speculation when she teased the idea live on air. If the University of Michigan lets us film in the wrestling gym, we'll move the whole show there. Guest stars will have to wear headgear. The audience roared. Mark added, and the musical guests will have to wrestle me before they perform. Though it was all in jest, the playful banter stoked excitement. Imagine a morning talk show with segments filmed in college towns, blending Hollywood glamour with everyday Midwestern life. Family first. At the heart of the move, though, was something simple: family. Kelly has always been open about how central her children are to her life. With their two older kids, Michael and Lola, building lives of their own in New York and Los Angeles, Joaquin represented the last chapter of active parenting. I didn't want to miss it, Kelly admitted, her voice softening. The late-night phone calls, the matches, the little moments when he just needs his parents nearby. We worked so hard all these years so we could be present. So why wouldn't we be? Mark agreed. People think we're helicopter parents, but it's not that. We genuinely enjoy being with our kids. They're our best friends. And right now, Joaquin is in Michigan. So guess where we are? Michigan reacts. Locals couldn't believe it. Seeing two celebrities casually walking through Ann Arbor farmers markets or grabbing bagels downtown became a surreal, yet heartwarming, experience. One bookstore owner shared, Kelly came in, bought a stack of novels, and chatted about Michigan winters. She was just normal, like any mom worried about snow boots. Another student recalled bumping into Mark at a gym. I asked if he was training. He laughed and said, Nah, just trying to keep up with my son. The sightings became so frequent that the Consuelos began blending seamlessly into the community, much to the delight of Wolverine fans. Conclusion: why Michigan really? So why did Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos follow their son to Michigan? The answer, it seems, is both simple and profound. They did it because they could, because they wanted to, because fame and television and New York glitz mean nothing compared to the joy of being close to your child during a fleeting season of life. Michigan wasn't just about wrestling. It was about family dinners in a rented condo, cheering for the bleachers, exploring new places hand in hand, and proving that no matter how big the stage, the real show happens at home, or in this case, in Ann Arbor.